I'm 74 years old, and I cut off my siblings 6 years ago. Best decision I ever made. You think that sounds harsh? Cold? Unforgivable? Let me tell you why you're wrong. For 68 years, I tried to maintain relationships with people who happened to share my DNA. I showed up at every family gathering. I answered every phone call. I pretended everything was fine. And you know what it got me? Sleepless nights, anxiety, a constant knot in my stomach every time the phone rang. So at 68, I made a choice. I walked away. And for the first time in my life, I could breathe. Before I tell you why, I need you to understand something. This isn't about one big fight or one terrible moment. It's about 1,000 small cuts over a lifetime. It's about waking up one day and realizing the people who were supposed to have your back were the ones holding the knife. Society tells you blood is thicker than water. Family is everything. You only have one family. All lies. You know what's thicker than blood? Peace. Self-respect. A life without constant drama. At 68, my mother died. That's when everything fell apart. Or maybe that's when I finally saw clearly for the first time. The moment she took her last breath, I watched my siblings transform. The masks came off, and what I saw underneath made me sick. Let me tell you what happened. My mother died on a Tuesday morning. By Tuesday afternoon, my brother was already asking about the will. Not, how are you holding up? Not, what can I do? Just, did she leave a will? We hadn't even called the funeral home yet. My sister started going through Mom's jewelry box that same night. I caught her in Mom's bedroom trying on rings. When I walked in, she didn't even look ashamed. She just said, "Mom would have wanted me to have these." Mom's body was still warm. That's when I knew. These weren't the people I grew up with. Or maybe they were, and I'd been lying to myself for 68 years. The funeral was 3 days later. You want to know what we fought about? The guest book. My brother wanted an expensive leather one because it looks better. My sister wanted to save money and buy a cheap one. They argued about a guest book while Mom was lying in a casket 10 feet away. I stood there watching them, and something inside me broke. Not with grief, with clarity. These people didn't love Mom. They loved what she could give them. And when she couldn't give them anything anymore, they turned on each other like wolves. Growing up, I was the middle child. You know what that means? Invisible. My older brother was the golden child, the first son, the one who could do no wrong. My younger sister was the baby, the one who needed protection. And me? I was just there. When my brother failed a test, Dad said, "He's just going through a rough time." When I failed a test, Dad said, "Why can't you be more like your brother?" When my sister broke something, Mom said, "She's just a child." When I broke something, Mom said, "You should know better." I spent my entire childhood trying to earn what they gave my siblings for free. Love, attention, approval. I never got it. But I told myself it was okay. Family is family, right? Blood is thicker than water. One day, they'll see me. One day, they'll appreciate me. That day never came. When I was 30, I lent my brother $5,000. He needed it for his business, he said. It was urgent. I didn't have much, but I gave him what I had. He never paid me back. When I brought it up a year later, he got angry. "You're really going to charge your own brother interest? What kind of person are you?" I wasn't asking for interest. I was asking for my money back. He didn't speak to me for 6 months. And somehow, I was the bad guy. When I was 45, my sister asked me to co-sign on a car loan. She promised she'd make every payment. She swore it wouldn't affect me. She missed 3 payments. My credit score dropped 100 points. When I confronted her, she cried. I'm going through a hard time. I thought you'd understand. I thought family was supposed to help each other. Family helps each other. But apparently, that only worked one way. When Mom got sick, I was 58. The doctors said she needed full-time care. Someone had to be there. Someone had to make sure she took her medication, got to her appointments, didn't fall. My brother lived 3 hours away. My sister lived across town. I lived in the same city, 15 minutes from Mom's house. So guess who became the caregiver? For 10 years, I took care of Mom. 10 years. I quit my job. I gave up my social life. I put my own health on hold. Every morning, I drove to her house, fed her breakfast, made sure she took her pills, helped her shower, changed her clothes, drove her to doctor appointments. Every evening, I made her dinner, got her ready for bed, set up her medications for the next day, locked her doors, drove home exhausted. My brother called once a month. How's Mom doing? 5-minute conversations. Then back to his life. My sister visited on holidays, brought a store-bought cake, took a few photos for Facebook, left after an hour. But they both made sure to post about what wonderful children they were. Spent time with Mom today. Family is everything. The comments poured in. You're such a good daughter. Your mother is so lucky. I wanted to scream. When Mom's condition worsened, I had to put her in a nursing home. I couldn't lift her anymore. I couldn't handle the medical equipment. I was 66 years old with a bad back and high blood pressure. The nursing home cost $4,000 a month. Mom's Social Security covered $2,000. Where was the other $2,000 supposed to come from? I asked my siblings to help. My brother said, I have my own family to take care of. He'd just bought a new truck. My sister said, I'm barely getting by. She'd just come back from a cruise. So I paid it. For 2 years, I paid $2,000 a month out of my retirement savings. When Mom died, she had $80,000 in her bank account. Her house was worth $200,000. The will said everything should be split equally among the three of us. Equally. I'd spent 10 years of my life and nearly $50,000 of my own money. And my siblings, who did nothing, got the same amount I did. I could have fought it. I could have hired a lawyer. I could have made a case for compensation. But I didn't. You know why? Because I was done. I didn't want their money. I didn't want anything from them anymore. You want to know the moment I knew for certain? It was Christmas, 2 years before Mom died. Mom was in the nursing home. She couldn't talk anymore, couldn't walk, but her eyes still lit up when we visited. I went every day. My siblings? They came on Christmas. My brother walked in with a wrapped gift, placed it on the table, took a photo with Mom for Facebook, left after 20 minutes. Gotta get back to the family, he said. The kids are waiting. My sister stayed 30 minutes, spent most of it on her phone. After they left, I sat with Mom, held her hand, and I saw it in her eyes. She knew. She knew they didn't really care. That broke my heart more than anything, because I'd spent my whole life defending them to her. They're busy, Mom. They love you, they're just stressed. But she knew. And in that moment, I knew too. I was making excuses for people who didn't deserve them. My wife saw it before I did. She died 8 years ago, but before she passed, she told me something I'll never forget. We were lying in bed. She was sick then, weak, but her mind was sharp. She said, "Honey, why do you keep trying with them?" I said, "Because they're my family." She squeezed my hand. Family doesn't mean people who hurt you get unlimited chances. You've given them 60 years. When is enough enough? I didn't have an answer. She died 3 months later. And you know who showed up to the funeral? My brother came late, left early, didn't help with anything. My sister didn't come at all. She said she had the flu. I found out later she went shopping that day, posted pictures on Facebook, new shoes, my wife's funeral, and she went shopping. That's when I should have cut them off, right then. But I didn't. I kept trying, kept hoping. 2 more years of phone calls I dreaded. 2 more years of feeling sick every time I saw their names on my screen. 2 more years wasted. When Mom died and I finally walked away, my own children didn't understand at first. But Dad, they're your brother and sister. I sat them down, all 3 of them, and I told them something I should have said years ago. Listen carefully. Blood doesn't give anyone permission to hurt you. Being family doesn't mean you have to tolerate disrespect. And loyalty? Loyalty is earned, not owed. My oldest son said, "But don't you feel guilty?" You know what I told him? Guilty for what? For refusing to be a doormat? For choosing peace? For deciding my mental health matters? He thought about it. Then he nodded. My youngest daughter took longer to understand. She's 32 now. She said, "Dad, what if they change? What if they reach out?" I looked her in the eye. Baby, I waited 68 years for them to change. 68 years. At some point, you have to accept people for who they are, not who you wish they'd be. She hasn't brought it up since. Here's what I need you to understand. Cutting off family isn't a light decision. It's not something you do because of one argument or one bad day. It's the result of 1,000 small betrayals, a lifetime of being invisible, decades of realizing you're the only one trying. And when you finally walk away, people will judge you. They'll call you cold, unforgiving, bitter. Let them. They didn't live your life. They didn't feel what you felt. They didn't spend 68 years hoping things would get better. You did. So ask yourself right now, not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Do your siblings make your life better or worse? When you see their name on your phone, do you feel happy or do you feel dread? When you spend time with them, do you leave feeling energized or do you leave feeling drained? When they need something, do they show up or do they only call when they need something from you? Be honest. If the answer makes you uncomfortable, you already know what you need to do. I'm not saying you should cut them off. That's your choice to make. But I am saying you have permission to choose yourself, to prioritize your peace, to say no to people who drain you, even if they're family. At the lawyer's office, my brother made a joke. Well, at least something good came out of this. He was talking about the inheritance. He was joking about Mom's death. My sister laughed. I walked out. I got in my car. I drove home. And I made a decision. I blocked their numbers, deleted them from social media, told my own children not to pass along any messages. I cut them off, completely. The first few weeks were strange. I kept reaching for my phone, expecting a call. Every time there was a knock on the door, I tensed up. But the calls never came. They didn't even try. And you know what I felt? Relief. For the first time in 68 years, I didn't have to manage their feelings. I didn't have to be the responsible one. I didn't have to pretend everything was okay. I was free. People ask me sometimes, "Don't you miss them?" No, I don't. You know what I miss? The idea of them. The siblings I thought I had. The family I wished existed. But those people were never real. They were a fantasy I'd built in my head to make sense of my childhood. The real them? The ones who fought over mom's jewelry while her body was still warm. The ones who took everything and gave nothing. I don't miss them at all. Some people say, but they're your family. Blood is thicker than water. You know what the full saying is? The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. It means the bonds you choose are stronger than the bonds you're born into. My siblings were born into my life. I didn't choose them. And when I finally had a choice, I chose peace. Am I lonely sometimes? Sure. I'm 74 years old. My wife passed away 8 years ago. My kids live in other states. I spend a lot of time alone. But lonely is better than toxic. Silence is better than stress. Solitude is better than siblings who treat you like a bank account. I have a neighbor, Martha, who checks on me once a week. We have coffee. We talk about the weather, our gardens, old TV shows. She's not family, but she's been more family to me in 6 years than my siblings were in 68. That's what I wish someone had told me when I was younger. Family isn't about blood. It's about who shows up, who cares, who treats you with respect. My siblings never showed up. They never cared, and they never respected me. So why should I respect a relationship that only existed on paper? I spent too many years believing the lie that family means you have to tolerate anything, that blood gives people permission to hurt you, that you owe loyalty to people just because you share DNA. You don't. If your siblings make your life better, cherish them. Invest in those relationships. Show up for them the way they show up for you. But if your siblings make your life worse, if every interaction leaves you drained, if they only call when they need something, you don't owe them anything. I'm 74 years old. I don't know how many years I have left. 10, 15, maybe 20 if I'm lucky. And I refuse to spend those years on people who spent 68 years taking from me. Some people think cutting off family makes you cold, heartless, ungrateful. I think it makes you wise. It takes courage to walk away from people everyone says you're supposed to love. It takes strength to admit a relationship is toxic, even when it's family. It takes wisdom to choose your own peace over someone else's expectations. And it takes self-respect to say, I deserve better than this. So if you're sitting there right now, wondering if you should cut off a toxic sibling, let me tell you something. You already know the answer. You wouldn't be wondering if the relationship was healthy. You wouldn't be questioning if they treated you right. Deep down, you know. You've probably known for years. The only question is, are you brave enough to do it? I was 68 when I finally found that courage. I wish I'd found it at 50, or 40, or 30. But better late than never. These last 6 years have been the most peaceful of my life. No drama, no guilt trips, no phone calls asking for money or favors or emotional labor. Just peace. Finally. And if that makes me a bad brother, so be it. I'd rather be a bad brother with peace than a good brother with regret. Before I end this, I want to say one more thing. This isn't about revenge. This isn't about punishing my siblings or making them suffer. This is about protecting myself. About choosing the life I want to live. About refusing to let people drain me just because we share DNA. If your siblings are good people, treasure them. If they're not, you have permission to walk away. You don't need anyone's approval, not mine, not theirs, not society's. You just need your own courage. I'm 74 years old. I cut off my siblings 6 years ago, and I've never looked back. If this story resonates with you, leave a comment. Tell me your experience. You're not alone. Hit that like button, subscribe, because I have more truths to share and not much time left. The clock is ticking. What are you going to do with your time?